Hi, news reporter Arthur Franks here, bringing you news live to your TV. Today, our religious correspondent Ruth Gledhill caught up with herself. Here's what happened.
Times religion correspondent. That's quite a title, isn't it? How long have you had it? About 25 years. Goodness, and how did you get into it? Via the Daily Mail. What? The Daily Mail doesn't have a religion correspondent, does it? No, but I used to work there before I joined The Times. So you're a proper journalist? I do like to think so, yes. From Fleet Street? Yes. This is a strange clash of worlds, isn't it? I mean, the brashness of the tabloids and the piety of the church. In a way, yes, but neither of those assumptions is the complete truth. You mean some tabloid hacks are saints and some churchmen are sinners? I mean that just because someone pursues an ecclesiastical vocation, it doesn't mean they're completely unworldly. Ah. You sound surprised. No, just intrigued. Do you mean they plot for office and jockey for power in the way politicians do? No, they're far worse than politicians. Seriously? Seriously, yes, but comically too. Go on. Well, politicians do have to get elected by voters, whereas churchmen believe they're getting the nod from God. Surely not. Yes, and women too. Don't forget church women. I wouldn't dare. If their plans for advancement succeed, they'll conclude that God has heard their prayers. So they really do believe in a Lord who not only hears them, but who is able to intercede on their behalf in worldly matters. Except that they wouldn't see them as worldly matters, but something higher. Exactly. And you? Me? Do you have God in your life? I mean, you've done very well, haven't you? Do you mean for a woman? No. Although, goodness, these are both traditionally men's worlds, aren't they? The church and press. Traditionally only, it's changed enormously. I suppose it has. Women editors are not the rarity they were, and now women department heads are as common as men. And women bishops, I suppose. Yes. An end to the stained glass ceiling? A beginning of an end. And about time too, I suppose you'd say. I would, yes. The thing about the church, not necessarily a bad thing, is it operates in an enormously long perspective and with a powerful sense of its own history, its own mission. In such an institution, you can't expect radical change to occur overnight. Can we get back to God for a moment? Of course. Do you have what might be called a traditional faith in such a being? What I have is an absolute conviction in the presence of a power greater than myself, greater than any human agency. I do also have a very strong inherited sense of the importance of faith in our lives. Inherited? My father was a vicar, a very dedicated one, a profoundly good man, intelligent, sensitive, not at all stuffy. He was a powerful influence on me and my 4 siblings, and because of this background, what I also have is a sense of what you would call the rhythms of the church, the presence of a calendar through the year. Having said that, you have to remember that although we're talking about the established church, my job entails covering other religions as well, including Islam. Very much so. So the job cannot help but take you into the realm of politics. Quite. It's largely because of this that my job has changed so dramatically in the course of the past 25 years. When I started, it was what you would call, in news terms, a relatively soft subject. Now there's this faith component in so many of the enormous conflicts and arguments affecting our society. The subject of religion comes more regularly on the front page than at any time in the history of newspapers. Do you get scoops? Yes, I do. What has been your best so far? Well, the one that people seem most interested in is my revealing of the identity of the Archbishop of Canterbury before it was announced. Which Archbishop was this? Rowan Williams, the last one. How did you find this out? That would be telling. I got that story by proper, reputable journalistic methods. Back when you started this job, you must have run into some opposition from members of the church. Because of my being a woman? Yes. Not because of my gender, I think. Suspicion? Probably, but suspicion born from that old fear of change, and of journalists in general. Did they at least respect the fact that you were both knowledgeable about the subject and had a profound interest in it? Definitely. I also think the attitude you're describing, which is basically one of sexism, has withered during these past years.